I've taken some time out of my day as emperor to address a few questions about my rule. There's been a lot said about my decisions, but not always from my perspective. So today, I want to speak on that directly and explain the reasoning behind what I did.
You ruled over people from different religions. Did you actually believe in religious unity, or did you realize it was the only way to keep your empire stable?
I'll be honest, at the start, it was more about necessity. When you're ruling over a big empire with different religions, divisions can turn into conflict pretty fast, and that weakens everything. So, encouraging unity was at first just the smartest way to keep things stable. But over time, my thinking changed. I started to understand and respect different beliefs, and that affected how I ruled. Still, I'm not going to pretend it was only belief. These decisions also helped politically. They reduced tension and made the empire easier to manage. So realistically, it was both part belief, part strategy.
When you created Din Ilahi, were you trying to bring people together, or were you trying to shape how people thought under your rule?
Din Allahi is often misunderstood. It was never meant for everyone. Only a small group was involved. For me, it was about bringing ideas from different religions together and understanding them better. At the same time, I knew it gave me influence. When a ruler steps into a religious space, people don't just see power, they see authority on another level. So, yeah, it can be seen as unity, but also as control. Truth is, it wasn't fully one or the other, it sat somewhere in between.
You're known for promoting peace, but you also built your empire through war. Do you see that as contradiction or just part of being a ruler?
I don't see war and peace as opposites. War was how the empire was built. That was the reality at the time. But once you have that power, you can't just rule through force forever. To keep an empire stable, you need cooperation, fairness, and some level of trust from the people. So my focus shifted. Less about expanding, more about managing what I already had. That's why people associate me with peace. But that peace came after expansion. Both are part of the same story.
When you removed the jizya tax, did you expect backlash, or were you confident your authority was strong enough to handle it?
Removing the jizya tax wasn't a small decision. I knew there would be pushback, especially people who benefited from it. On one hand, it was about fairness. I didn't think religion should divide people under my rule, but I also understood the impact it would have. It reduced tension and made non-Muslim communities more loyal to the empire. So again, it wasn't just moral or just strategic. It worked as both at the same time.
Your son Jahangir rebelled against you. Do you think that came from personal conflict or the pressure of living under your rule?
My son's rebellion wasn't just personal, it was also about pressure. Being the son of an emperor comes with expectations that aren't easy to handle. At the same time, it shows something bigger. Even a strong empire isn't perfect internally. Power at that level brings tension, not just politically, but on a personal level too. I was focused on ruling, and that can create distance, even in your own family. So his rebellion reflects both our relationship and the pressures that come with power. People like to judge rulers based on what they see on the surface, but they don't always see the reasoning behind those decisions. Everything I did came from the challenge of holding together a large and diverse empire. Whether people agree with it or not, that's the reality of leadership.
Thank you.
Thank you.